Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again on the Madden 17 Ultimate Team video. And check out my team, man. My top 3 players. We got Cam, Chancellor, and Earl Thomas. We ended up picking up the LOB and ended up running Seattle Defense Chemistry Tier 2, actually. So we have like plus 2 hit power on Cam Chancellor. So he has like 96 hit power. I know I didn't show the team. My bad on that one. The team is not the same, so I couldn't really put in a different video of the team because it wouldn't be the team in the game. But look at this catch, man. Richard Sherman, one of the new additions, bats it up in the air, and it is caught by Herman Moore for a touchdown. That's not a good way to start the game. That really sucks. I thought Richard Sherman made a great play. He really did, but it just got batted up in the air. Man, I can't really control that. What the fuck happens there? But anyway, we ended up picking up, well, since we already had Deshaun Shed, I picked up 91 or 90 overall flashback Byron Maxwell, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, and Richard Sherman, the 90 overall one, because the BCA Sherm doesn't have Seattle chemistry. So, we pretty much have everybody, and we also have KJ Wright. I forgot to mention that. We have KJ Wright at right outside linebacker, so that's pretty awesome, as CJ Procise, another Seahawk, just getting down the field for us to the 30-yard line, evading tackles. This dude had some problem tackling. He would dive a lot, and I think I exploited it a couple of times where I would just run at an angle and try to avoid his tackles sometimes. And sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. Like right here, I tried to just swerve in because I thought he was going to dive, and he didn't, but Cam Chancellor just trucked him, and just, yeah, right there, tackle battle ends up getting James White inside the 5-yard line to the 3, 2nd and 1. We have Chris Ivory for a reason. I picked the wrong hole, but we do end up getting the first down. Anyway, so into the second quarter, Chris Ivory gets stuffed. 2nd and goal. We hand it off to James White, and he gets fucking obliterated by Mark Barron. Just comes shooting through the hole, and we end up giving him the ball back. But not to worry, it's our defense. Earl Thomas, I think, ends up getting that sack, and we end up getting a touchdown on that. Wow. So I guess the bullshit has swung both ways. He had a tip catch for a touchdown, and I had a fumble return for a touchdown, even though he did also have a big hit fumble. Of course, mine was on my running back, and his was on his quarterback. So I don't know, man. So anyway, EA bullshit is strong, and whichever way it turns is most likely who's going to win the game. So 1st and 10 from the 45. This dude does end up coming back and firing dots out there to Herman Moore. And I'm trying to use the flat routes, and I kind of do right there. I put Byron Maxwell in a blue, and he ends up stopping that one to at least a minimal gain. So 2nd and 5, he does throw a screen pass. It looks like to Derrick Henry. I don't know if that was a screen pass or not. But he ends up making a nice gain and getting to the first down. So under 2 minutes left now. He's looking for somebody in the end zone, and he ends up getting sacked. Geno Atkins comes up with that one. I came diving in with Earl Thomas the last second. As you guys can see, I'm patrolling the middle with Earl Thomas. I don't see anything that he can throw to, and he ends up dumping it down, and there's nothing there. So 4th and 7, he does end up kicking his field goal, and we do end up getting the ball back with 1 minute and 13 seconds left. So hopefully, we can actually, as you guys can see, just missing tackles, we can get down the field, at least get a field goal to tie this one up. Of course, best case scenario, we get a touchdown, and we take the lead before half, and we get the ball back at half as well. So 2nd and 1, under a minute left now, and I was just trying to get the first. We do, but, at the cost of a couple seconds. So 1st and 10, I'm looking for somebody over the middle. I find Michael Thomas. I'm not sure if I've actually shown you guys that I got him, but he's a beast, man, the hero card for the Saints. And look at this catch, man. Odell Beckham Jr. skies up over 3 people, and he comes down with it in the end zone. Odell Beckham Jr. I don't think I've ever seen him make that catch before. Ever. That was insane, man. I mean, he had his catch with Herman Moore. I had mine with Odell Beckham Jr. Of course, mine with OBJ was a little bit more bullshit, but I mean, that's what happens when you got an OBJ, man. You got to throw it up to him. You got to give him chances. So that's what we did with 13 seconds left, though. He's trying to get down the field, at least get in field goal range. He had some stuff open over the middle that he would not go to. He kept trying to go deep, and that ultimately cost him because he does chuck it up at the very end of the half. It gets batted away with 3 seconds left, and this dude, goes for it on 4th and 10. Even if he gets sacked, which he does, or almost gets sacked, there was really nothing for him to do anyway. So we hit halftime, and we are at 14-10. So we are in good position as long as we can get down the field, at least score a field goal, make this a full 7-point game, or best case scenario again, we end up getting a touchdown and pretty much putting this game out of reach because I feel like it's going to take me a while to at least get down the field. With this guy's defense, I mean, it's pretty good. Right there, we do take a sack, and that's going to hurt because now we're in a bad situation. We had James White open all day, and I decided to throw it to him years later, and it is out of bounds, so not a good look. So 3rd and 21, we end up chucking it up. I do see one-on-one with OBJ. With the catch he made earlier, I trust him, and it gets intercepted. I mean, it's pretty much a glorified punt, But, I mean, that still sucks. I thought maybe one-on-one OBJ would be able to just come up with a huge catch. Unfortunately, he was not, but we still have the lead, so that's still good, and it is a touchdown lead. So this guy has to go down the field and score a touchdown on me, and if he does, I feel like he deserves to win this game. I mean, that's how I feel anyway, but he does chuck it up into triple coverage. You don't have OBJ, don't do that. And Cam Chancellor comes up with the interception, one of our new additions. Right there, it looked like somebody came free up the middle. I think the nano detector got him, man. I hate that fucking shit. I hate the nano detector, man. It's so stupid. I don't even know, man. It's just gay. I wish it wasn't in the game, but I don't know. It takes some of the fun out of the game because when people are running nanos on me, the past couple of years, whatever you like to call them, nanos, turbos, whatever, just blitzes. It was fun to try to stop them, and then if you actually did stop them, you felt rewarded. Now, the nano detectors kind of fucks it all up, so I don't know. I mean, I know there's still some blitzes that work if you I don't know, you do a couple adjustments, you're able to send some heat, but I don't know, nothing really doing. So anyway, he gets back on offense after I think we threw a pick. No, we didn't throw a pick. We punted from the 1 yard line because we weren't able to get out of the end zone. That's what happened. And, he had good field position. 4th and 17, we have him stopped. Oh, and he finds, it looks like Dez Bryant for a huge first down. I noticed that my coverage was shitty right after he did it, and right there, he does throw it right at me to save my ass. Why the fuck not? This dude was driving on me, and luckily, we are able to save ourselves with an interception. Jack Doyle just swerving in and out to get us a nice gain, and just like that, we're in good position right now. Chris Ivory, and just move the ball, man. Just put in Chris Ivory, just truck people, and run this clock. Just try to get this game over with. James White comes in, and what do you know? He fumbles again. Luckily, he is able to get the first down. And at that point, I'm thinking, fuck it. No, you're not coming back at the game, James White. So we end up putting in Chris Ivory full time. Right there, we do run a play action. We find Jack Doyle for a huge first down. And that's pretty much going to do it, man. He doesn't end up calling his timeouts. You guys see the clock, dripping down. He doesn't call them. So 14-10, as you guys can see, the clock runs out, and we end up getting the win. I don't know if he just accepted defeat, if he just wanted to get the game over with. But we end up getting the dub. So 14-10 is the final score. Definitely a good game. Some crazy catches, crazy plays. Ultimately, pretty good game, man. So anyway, GG to my opponent. I wish he would have called some timeouts at the end. Try to make it a little bit more interesting, but that's no big deal. Chris Ivory, put him in for a reason. Try to get his first downs. Try to win the game, but that's all right. Anyway, I did hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to look out for the next video. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out.